Today, we need to turn this into this. We had stuff everywhere. Stuff on the walls, stuff on the floor, stuff on the ceiling, stuff on the windows. You name it, it was everywhere. Now, we're down to the bare floor. We're gonna go ahead, get this swept, and then we'll assess what probably needs to be done. Stay tuned.
I can't breathe in this thing!
Rainy day outside, so it's time to get back to the barn project. What we got is the slats taken off the wall, so I got it to a point where I think it's going to look good going back together. So go ahead and start on the floor and see what we're dealing with. Time to remove the first plank. Let's take a look under the floor. Alright, let's take a look at what we got, and then maybe I can get a rhythm on tearing this floor apart. Alright, we have a board laying flat here for these to sit on. It is rotten. Not a big deal. Rotten. This beam's pretty much toast. It's done. Next beam, rotten. It's pretty much toast. What's really cool is these beams are laying on this cross beam. So I think they're just trying to get a height, so they kept crisscrossing wood, but this is an amazing piece of wood there that can definitely be used for something. These planks, from what I've seen in the tube, are going to make amazing stuff. They're not functional anymore, but they'll make some good stuff. That came off the top of this. So we got a floor with a subfloor. So I'm thinking that is some lesser quality wood. They put this subfloor in to compensate for it being lesser quality and it's not as thick. So I think by the time you add the thickness of this, about 1 inch, to the thickness of that, 2 inches, you get 3 inches total, which matches this, and that's how they built this floor. So, in summary, this front portion, 8-foot planks, really good stuff, lasted a long time. I'm gonna be able to salvage this and make it into stuff. This whole area here, pretty much garbage. It's splitting, those are, and just coming apart. And these tongue and grooves are going to be destroyed by the time I get them out, because what has happened is they're interlaid. So I'm picking this one up, it's moving the one next, it's tongue and groove. Unfortunately, this stuff goes under the stupid wall. So I'm going to have to use a very precision tool to get that apart. Right there, my precision tool. And I'm going to have to start cutting the line here and going ahead and getting this stuff out. Hopefully I can get a rhythm going. So this is tucked under the wall, this is tucked under the wall. Let's see if I can get a void going on here. Alright, starting to get a pattern down. I'm getting kind of stoked. Really cool to be in this 100-year-old wood now. Using the chainsaw over here in the corner on the tongue and groove worked well. Really happy to see that the sill plate is in great condition. So that's one thing I won't have to replace. Even the sill plate on the other side looks to be in good condition. I think it's just that cement's really nice and tall, so I think it's kept it dry over the years. Found this guy. Oh yeah, hams. Old school hams.
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
Maybe that explains all that tongue and groove. Yeah, we'll keep chipping along. It's coming along good. I think I got a pattern now, so probably use the Sawzall next time now that I have it exposed, and keep ripping and tearing. So just pulled this board pretty crazy. The wear on this, that's only about 1/2 inch thick. So a horse stood here frequently, stomped, whatever, wore down that 3-inch thick plank that much. Pretty cool. Next one next to it is the same, about a 1/2 inch thick there. Pretty crazy. 3-inch plank though. Alright, so what I did is I went ahead and I removed, oh my god. Yes, Stripes. Yes. Yes. I do not have food. Alright, so what I did is I went ahead and I removed the planks on the top of the subfloor. So now I'm left with the subfloor. Made a chainsaw line down the whole thing. I'm going to remove these. I've been moving all this stuff from up above so I don't have to hop up and down. After I get this out of the way, then I'll go ahead and I'll start doing the planks. So subfloor is going out of here. Alright, we got the subfloor torn up. I got the floor all the way to the ladder upstairs. I'm going to leave that accessible, so I'll tear the remainder of the floor out later. But now that we have this taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and go down and then start working on the planks. The next point I'll get to is that pole, and then we'll have to do something about that pole. So start tearing some planks and figure that out. Alright, these planks are being super stubborn. The fasteners are in amazing condition still, so despite being 100 years old, this wood's pretty dry, and I'm having a heck of a time. I'm hitting it with a sledgehammer. Negative to a sledgehammer is you have to hit it too much, this really dry old wood breaks. So what we need to do now is I need to come up with a different idea. So I think I'm going to try rigging up a high lift jack and see how that works. So try and get these out in one piece. Alright, high lift jack isn't working as good as I thought it was going to. What's happening is I'm actually lifting the floor up. So you can see that gap underneath the footing there, and it's just coming off the floor. So I'll try and beat on it with a sledgehammer on each beam and see if I can dislodge them, but we'll see. I think overall it doesn't matter what I do. It's just going to be a Bearcat. It's over 100 years old, so it is what it is. Alright, having limited success is just going to take a long time. I'll keep chipping away here, keep taking out planks. Alright, so we're at the first beam. They actually notched this plank, so I'm going to be able to go ahead and take these planks out if they notched every single one. So we'll see what happens, but that would be really awesome. So first one won't be a problem. Alright, made it to our first joint. So you can see a split right there. We got our first joint section. So what I'm going to do is I want to save these beams. I think they might be useful for something in the future. Pretty good wood. So has a ton of nails in it. They're just going to snap off all the heads. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a grinder. I'm going to go ahead and cut them off flush. And then we'll start using the sledgehammer and tipping those over. Get that wood out of there. Alright, got the main beams out that went this way, and now we're working on the sub beams going the other way. They're pretty much just loose, so I'm going to pull them out. That is some good sized timbers there, so that'll be cool to get out there and look at. You guys basically saw me take apart one section of that floor. I'm going to go ahead, finish up the rest. Next time you see me, we'll be on part 3 of this old barn. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, maybe share the video. It always helps. Bye.